There is some preparation work before the assembly here, and that is that these surfaces are painted with rust preventative. That needs to be removed before you assemble. Something like mineral spirits or lacquer thinner or something like that you have around, just to remove that. Rust preventative, bolt everything together. Okay, to clean the grease off the machine, you can use any sort of solvent degreaser, mineral spirits, or something like that. And we use paper towels because this is pretty heavy grease and you'll probably be throwing away whatever you're using. So mineral spirits, degreaser, something like that, and paper towels. Okay, the next degreasing job that we have to do is to clean the rails of the machine off and the rack and pinion drive. We also have to clean the Z-axis and the ball screw off, and then the rack and pinion drive and the rails for the X-axis. And there's one on the other side of the machine too. So there's 6 rail sets that we're cleaning. One, another one on the other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 3 pinions that we're cleaning. One on this side of the machine, one on the other side of the machine, one on top of the bridge, and then 1 ball screw. Before we move the machine around, all of that grease has to be removed. Also, please wipe the grease off the spindle. Okay, as a final step to prepare the machine for assembly, what I'd like you to do is to use just a normal metal cutting file and lightly file each one of these surfaces after you have the grease off to make sure that there's no burrs around any of the holes or around any of the edges. When you're done filing, I'd like you to use an air gun or something like that and blow any metal shavings that might be in the threaded holes. And don't forget the hole in the bottom for the foot. Then as a final step, if you'd use some sort of waterproof lubrication, this will prevent the bolts from rusting if you ever want to take the machine apart and move it. And I'll put just a light coat of that on, little in each one of the holes, and a little down in the bottom for the foot. Put a little on my bolt for the foot, and a little on my bolts. Then I'll test thread these to make sure that everything goes in nice and smooth. That's good. And I'll assemble the foot at this point. It's threaded both ends, so you're going to thread one end into the bottom. About halfway down is correct, and then put the foot on the other half. And for the foot, I want the bolt to be basically all the way through. About like that. Okay, so I've put a little bit of rust preventative on. I've checked that my bolts are clear, and I've mounted the foot. So now I'm ready to put the struts on the sides. Don't forget there's 2 plates. This will prevent rust from happening as it ages. So the legs bolt on the machine on the 4 corners, so we want to do the same thing to the corner. Just file those down lightly. A little bit of spray oil. And that's where the legs are going to fit. This way.